friends. Welcome back to, I think this is part 3 of postdoctoral fellowship interview diaries. And yeah, let's just get right started. Okay, so today I had an interview with place number 6. And let's see, what are some of the pros about this place? I really like the location of this place. This place is in a city that I have always wanted to live. Always say I'm going to live there. There are just a lot of like social things there that would really benefit me, especially after being so isolated on internship, right? Like there's a big Hampton Alumni Association there. There's a very popular run club there. There's lots of activities to do. It's like a young professional town. The median age of the city is like 34. Like there's just a lot of things there that I think, you know, are really like important to me outside of the clinical training. So this placement or this fellowship is all hematology and oncology. It's half consults, half outpatient, half admin. Well, there's a lot of halves, but that's how it's set up. So consults, mainly consults and outpatient for people with hematologic and oncologic disorders. Currently they have a fellow there who is more specifically interested in sickle cell and hematologic disorders, which is where I'm at. Yeah, so which is apparently like where I'm hoping to end up. The people there seem really nice. It is also like a new program, sort of like fellowship number 4. Like it's a new department. There's been one woman there who is sort of like was the only pediatric psychologist in this healthcare system, and then since they've even just started the fellowship, a lot of the fellows stay, and they stay and not necessarily go into hematology. So there's one fellow there that went into GI. There's another fellow that went into pulmonary and cardiology psychology. The founding person is into hematology, oncology, and then there's a woman that they just hired in October. She's hoping to establish like a NICU care place. Sorry, the intern cohort is texting. So yeah, that's where that is. Lost my train of thought. Oh, it's a new program. It's a program that has lots of program development. It's lots of still establishing care in different types of clinics. Like I said, there's a fellow there now. There's 2 fellows this year. I think there's only going to be 1 next year, but the fellow that's in hematology oncology there is very specific to sickle cell. So I'm a little worried that like maybe they don't want another fellow who is doing that, which, you know, I cannot predict or read their minds. But I think I had good interviews with them. I interviewed with a physician. I interviewed with all the psychologists on the staff, which was like 4 psychologists on staff, the physicians, and then the current postdocs. They had like lunch together. Honestly, I think I was hoping that I loved it more because I love the city so much. And that's a weird place to be. Like I really think it would be great training, and I really think that it'd be good training as like a program development kind of standpoint of like there are programs and there are hospitals now that are just now building up pediatric psychology, and being at this program could give me the skills to go and build my own program at another children's hospital. All that being said, I feel like I'm wanting more. I feel like I wanted more. Like I don't know how to describe it. I liked it, and I was hoping that I would love it as much as I love the city, if that makes sense. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Boom. Wow, that was really loud and dramatic. I don't know why I did that. So yeah, I guess I'll see you all for part 2. I have 3 more interviews to go. So they'll all be, I don't know if they'll all be in this part. This will maybe just be its own video. So yeah. All right, 5 interviews down, 1 billion to go. Bye. Okay, I don't know if like having the headphone in will make the microphone better, but whatever. So welcome to the next part of the postdoc diaries, or postdoc application diaries. So let's see. So yesterday I was rejected from 2 sites. So yesterday was Saturday the 28th. So I was rejected from a site that I really, really liked. Which is just kind of disappointing. And I got rejected at like 8:40 in the morning, so then I had to like carry that with me all day. And then like once I finally got over it, it was like at 10:40 at night I got rejected from another place that I was like heavily considering, which is just disappointing. And I think it triggers a lot of feelings of like insecurity and feelings like maybe I won't get a postdoc, and like what will I do if I don't get a postdoc? Like I don't have a good plan B. And with that being said, there's still 8 other positions that I'm considered for, but it just I think it's just like a little triggering, because it's like, I guess in my head it's like, why wasn't I like the first choice here? Or you know, why wasn't I the first choice at any of these places? As you can see, my nose is red because I've been crying this morning about it. And so yeah, it's just like very triggering. It like brings up just a lot of like insecure feelings of like, why aren't I the first choice? Or like, I'm like, what I guess like right now how I feel is like I'm on the waiting list for a lot of places to see if like other people will decline these places, and that just feels really, really icky. So yeah, those are like the big feelings about that. Beyond that, I interviewed for a place on Friday that I like. It's a 2-year position. It's in the DMV area. I liked it. It's all assessment, which I'm not sure if that's really what I want to do for 2 years. But the people I met were so nice. Like I had a really good interview with 2 of the faculty members, and I just like really vibed with them, and I really like them, and I like their style. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I kind of like, I don't know, I wish I would have recorded my thoughts about the place that I interviewed on Friday, because now it just feels like jaded, because I'm just like so disappointed about being rejected. And like I know that people say like being rejected from things like gets easier, but it does not for me. Like it hurts even more each time it happens. And so I'm trying my best to just like remember that like these 2 places weren't the end all be all, and like there's still like I'm still under consideration for other places, and trying to just like remember that like there's still an opportunity for me to go to postdoc, and there's still an opportunity for me to get training. None of the places I interviewed I was like, oh hell no. So I think I just want it to be like as easy as it is for other people, and I know it's not, and I know there's a lot of factors that go into it being easier for other people, but it just still feels really icky. Yeah, and I think part of it is like some of this like comparison things. Like my friends already have positions secured. People in my internship cohort already have places secured, and I'm like, I have one more interview next week on Thursday, and I'm just like, okay. Yeah, and I think, yeah, I just worry that like I am disappointing myself, and also like if I don't get a postdoc, like will I be disappointing the internship program here? And like they always talk about like how like people from UF are able to like walk into any positions that they want, and I'm just it kind of feels like I'm not doing that, and it sucks. And I think it's part of me just like being super hard on myself too. It's just 2 rejections, and they weren't like my top places, but like I did really like those places, and it is what it is. Like these are things largely out of my control. Like I did the best I could. I interviewed, and I guess we'll see what happens. I think that I will end here, but then put the reflections from the place I'm interviewing at next week. Like attach it to this video. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm pretty fucking sad. And yeah, so yeah, I just got groceries and cried in the parking lot of Walmart. Cried all last night. Cried a lot this morning. So I'm trying my best, but it's hard. It's hard. I wish I could say that rejection gets easier for me, but it doesn't. It still sucks. It still stings. I said I was gonna get off, and here I am talking, so see you in the next part.